Hey, this is Greg, or as I'm known on the trail, Fixit. And this is the spring of 2024. As you can see in the background here, I've got a map of the Pacific Crest Trail. Tiger Lily and I are going to be heading out to Pacific Crest Trail soon, about a little less than 4 weeks. So we're just trying to get it all figured out. A lot to do. Very excited about making this next attempt. Didn't happen last year. We were only on trail about a month. So we're going to go out and spend 5 months and try to finish this thing up this year. For those of you who do not know, the Pacific Crest Trail runs from Mexico down around Campo, all the way up through California, up into Oregon, through the Washington Cascades, up to Canada. So the house is a bit of a wreck right now because, as those of you who have ever done a hike like this know, we're just trying to get everything organized, get boxes together to ship to ourselves. We kind of thought this year we might not ship very many boxes, but we had so many supplies left over from last year that we have about 10 boxes that we're going to be shipping off to ourselves. So we've got lots of food in there, additional supplies, just everything that we might need along the way. And then we've already got our bins of extra stuff kind of organized here in case we need somebody to ship it out to us. So we are super excited and chomping at the bit, wanting to hit the trail soon. Even found some of these bags that were pretty inexpensive. I think it was around $15 for 2 of them online, and they're pretty large. They are I think they're around 24 by 18 by 12. And so we are going to, our plan is to carry on as much of the stuff as we can in our packs, carry our packs on, and then take some of these boxes here that are going to cost a fortune to ship to us and load them into here. We can get our biggest boxes, we can get one of our biggest boxes into this, and some of our smaller boxes we can get 2. So, since we're flying out via Southwest, we should be able to have 2 check-ons apiece. Not check-ons, checked bags. And so that's 3 or 4 boxes apiece. So we're hoping that we can get out there to Southern California, where we're going to start, and ship a whole bunch of these via the post office out there. And that way, it might only cost us 10 or 15 bucks to ship each box, as opposed to, $30 to $60. So hopefully that'll save us a bunch of money. Been spending the last few days trying to get through some of our gear and figure things out. This is my hat that I wore last year that was just kind of demolished. I sort of thought it was beyond repair, but I managed to scrub it up and fix it up a little, and I think it's going to work really well. I've also spent all morning stitching up pants, so I've got several pairs of shorts that, kind of repair the pockets and things like that, and I think these are the ones I'll start with, and then I'll send another couple of pairs out along the way, and maybe we'll be able to get by with just those. So the Pacific Crest Trail is around 2,655 miles long. I already showed you, down here around Campo where we'll be starting out, but it heads up through some really gorgeous kind of ski resort type areas. Couple of the first 700 miles from Campo up to about Tehachapi, which is right there, is desert, but there is a little bit of high desert. There are a couple of mountains in there, San Jacinto, Baden Powell, that will be up in the snow. And then we'll get up here to Kennedy Meadows, and that's where the California Sierra Mountains start. So we'll be in the high Sierras for a while, and we'll definitely have to have, our crampons. We'll have to have ice axes and stuff through the Sierra, almost certainly. Hopefully not snowshoes, but we've got them on the ready if we need them. And then up through Northern California, and then Oregon. Everybody always talks about Oregon like, that's where you can make up a lot of miles. It's not quite so difficult, but it's gorgeous. We drove up through there last year when we couldn't hike any longer, and made some stops at Crater Lake and Mount Hood, and then up to the border where Cascade Locks is. So that's the border of Oregon and Washington, and just really gorgeous area all through there. We can't wait to make it up there, but that's going to be a few months away. And then, of course, finishing Washington, the Washington Cascades, all the way up. And then we haven't totally decided, but once we get to the border, you kind of have an option to turn around and go back to Hart's Pass, and then try to catch a ride out, to the Seattle area to fly out, or go into Canada, into Manning Park, and then head over towards the Vancouver area to fly out. So we'll have to make that decision. But that's what the hike's going to look like. We will be documenting it. Tiger Lily most likely will be recording, or taking lots of pictures and some video, and maybe putting them on Instagram, maybe also doing YouTube. I will have all of these videos, and I'll probably do a video every 4 to 10 days. It's hard to say, just depending on how much I can video and how much I can upload and things like that. But we'll try to have stuff up occasionally, and I'll be putting all of my videos on Rumble, so you'll be able to find them right there.